Hey, what's going on, my airgun brothers and sisters? Welcome, Skinny Mitch here. Thanks for joining. So a while back I did an introduction video saying that Tom got a new compressor. Who can guess what it is? We kept you guys waiting for a while because we wanted to put it through its paces. We want to tell you what you would want to know or what we would want to know prior to buying this. All right, so we're going to fill up my 90 cubic inch bottle. It's at roughly 3,500. We're going to time it. We're going to go to 300 bar and show you how this compressor works. We've tried to fill up the bigger bottles and it will fill. It takes a while, but it'll fill up the bigger bottles. Whether or not it puts more work on your compressor is your call. But Tom's going to go ahead and start this up, and I'll connect the bottle, and we'll go from there. Okay. So as you can see, it's the Hill EC-300. Alrighty. So we're going to do some real world stuff here.
So this is like a video that you really don't see on any channel because everything is compressed and you don't know how is this actually going to work for me. Stop to start. What I'm actually getting. So up here we turn the machine on. It has a computer. Right now it says the machine is run 2 hours. It keeps track of your hours, which is nice. Is the lubrication okay? We check over here. Lubrication is fine. So then we hit OK. Then it says, what's the PSI? You hit this little cone here, turns into that chevron. Then you can crank this around to whatever level you want, how many PSI you want. So we're going all the way to 4,400 PSI, which is 300 bar. This will be PSI bar or the MBA or whatever that other thing is.
All three.
So then you hit this again, and it says set pressure. Then I turn it back one knob, and it says start. Now we're started. And it'll run. Right now the temperature is 25 degrees centigrade. It goes up to 75 degrees centigrade, and it turns off. It cools down to 65 degrees centigrade and turns back on. And it does that cycle over and over again until it reaches pressure. So it never overheats. It always protects itself. And I've filled my 105 cubic foot and my 9-liter tank, topped it up from a day of shooting, and it takes about 35 minutes to fill back up to 300 bar. From roughly about 2,500 or 3,000 depending. It runs on about it. Once it reaches 75 degrees and starts the on-off cycle, it pumps for about 50 seconds and it turns itself off. Takes about a minute and 20 seconds to cool down, then it turns itself back on, and it goes through that off and on cycle until it reaches pressure. Right now we are at 3483.
So we were just below 3,500, now we're just above it. Took 1 minute 49 seconds to get to there. Our temperature is 57. Oh, it's not too loud, it's okay.
I'm going to set it back in this watch now. I'm going to make a comment. 69 degrees Celsius right now.
And we're at 2 minutes, 56 seconds. Takes my air venturi compressor from 3,500 to 4,500.
We're at 4,000 PSI right now.
About 6 minutes for my air venturi.
Okay, it has reached 75 degrees.
At 3 minutes, 24 seconds in.
Right. Now it'll rest for about a minute, 15 seconds or so, or until it gets down to 65 degrees. Then it'll turn itself back on again, and it'll go into its on-off cycle. And we are at,
Just under 300 bar.
and yeah, we are at 4,057 PSI right now. So it'll cycle probably 4 or 5 more times.
Yeah, just below 300 bar.
Yeah, and it has a fan built in, so the fan is pushing air across the compressor to help cool it down. I've hooked up a second fan to blow more air, but it didn't seem to really help it at all. So the single fan that it has works fine.
Okay, at 4 minutes and 25 seconds, it went back on again. If you remember the numbers from before, I don't. So you guys get the idea. Shut off 2 or 3 times. The third time, it's going to run for just like less than a minute, but we'll see. So it's 5 minutes in.
We're at 4380, so we're only 20 PSI short of full.
Right, and then so that's what I was saying. It's going to go.
So it's going to pump for just a few more seconds once it turns on. Now, the hotter the temperature you're working in,
The faster all this happens.
well, it'll reach temperature faster. So if you're in North Dakota in the winter when it's 30 degrees in your garage, it's going to run a lot. It's going to pump a lot longer before it heats up. So if you're in Florida or Arizona when it's 115, it's going to cycle off and on faster because it'll heat up faster. So it depends upon external temperature a bit.
Okay, we just hit 6 minutes. So roughly with the on and off time with this,
Yeah, we're at 43.36 is what this is leveled out at. So
and this bottle was sitting in the sun this morning when I left. It was at 3,000. Okay, so
that's it. It's full.
okay, so we had two full shut-offs and then a partial,
Yeah,
what I'm calling a partial shut-off. So 6 minutes, 39 seconds. So
well, actually, when I hit the stop, it didn't stop, so I lost. So it's about 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
So 6 minutes is 20 seconds. It takes my air venturi about 6 minutes. So even with the on and off time with the hill, it equals the air venturi.
Right, you want to go unplug that there. So the pressure's out. You can unhook
You
that.
did? Okay. So I want to show you guys real quick right here. 300 bar. Right on, right on.
So
6 minutes.
So you've seen a full fill. Now it works the same way when you're filling a big tank. It just does the on-off cycle until it reaches the pressure. And like I say, we filled up from my 9-liter tank today. How many fills did we do? Probably
About 5 fills on the Hubin.
and about 10. We did about 10 fills today shooting, at least 10. And so the next time we talk about this, and that takes about 35 minutes or so. This was bought at out of Utah Air Guns, and the pressure of this now is 265 bar.
So this one has the existing pressure in the tank, and it shows the pressure you're filling the gun to.
Right. So
Mine only has
265 bar. So that was we used 35 bar worth of pressure today on all our shooting, and we shot probably 400 or more rounds today.
Oh, easy.
So that's good. So I also have 105 cubic foot tank that I bought first. It's a metal tank,
Scuba.
but it's a
4,000.
it's a 300 bar tank.
Yeah, 4,500.
And it's too heavy. I'm too old. I'm too heavy. So it's for sale. Anybody interested? Get in touch with Mitch.
You're paying for the shipping. LOL.
You know,
So real quick, I don't want to keep you guys too long, but how long did it take you to fill this from
it
what
was
to
about
what?
2,500 roughly to 4,400. About 35 minutes.
Okay, so to top this off from that is going to take you that long.
But you don't have to watch it. Being that it turns itself off and on, it's never going to get out of control and overheat, so you don't have to babysit. You can go off and do a few things and just check back and forth periodically. That's what I do.
Exactly, right. Okay.
I don't have to. I'm not sitting here for 35 minutes just babysitting it, which is nice.
Right. All right, guys, so there you have it. The Hill
And-
EC-300.
And would I buy it again? Yes, I would. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the fact that it's made in England, and I like that. But yes, I would buy it again. I would recommend it.
I'm very impressed with it too. We've put, so many hours on it now. How many?
It's over 2 hours, but so it keeps track of the hours. And right now it says it's switched over to 2 hours, so it's between 2 and 3 hours.
Okay, so 2 hours. All right.
And that's a lot of filling of the tanks, a lot of filling of the guns by themselves too.
Right on. So there you have it. EC-300 Hill compressor. Will it fill a 90 cubic inch tank? Yes. Will it fill a 100 cubic inch tank? Yes.
Cubic foot.
Cubic foot, yes. You can't top them off. I feel like it's a little more wear and tear on your machine to fill the bigger ones because it runs longer, but again, me and Tom have different opinions on that, so you form your own opinion. But like I always say, most important, be safe and have fun.
One more thing. Time will tell. We can think all we want, but will this hold up? Time will tell.
Time will tell, that's true. So be safe and have fun. I'll see you on the next one, guys.